As I like go home or something. So let's see, there we go. Now we're recording. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, like there was one thing that I thought was interesting is that like I feel like with online dating, I feel like non-binary profiles are the most underrated because like I've noticed that they tend to like I've never seen one that like says something like must be 6 feet or taller or like no fat people or whatever. Like I don't know, like I don't know. It's so interesting, like how like I don't know, like I never really thought about this joke before doing it. So like, I don't know, but like yeah, like I just don't see non-binary profiles that seem awful or make me want to vomit. Which that's a cool thing. Yeah. Anyway, like what's another cool thing? Like another cool thing. Like I was talking with my friend yesterday. Like he's black, but he's like super light skinned. Where like you would think he's white, but like he had asked me like if I had ever been called the N-word, and I like thought about it, and I was like, oh yeah, like I was thinking about like the first time I got called the N-word. You see what happened is like I got really bad grades by my mom's standards. That would be like B's basically. So I had all B's, and like I came home and like she found out about it, and she was like, "You nigger!" And then like she was like really pissed. Like she's black, but she's I don't know, like yeah, that was like my first time getting called by the N-word, and like it was interesting too. I was thinking like it sounds sort of like the pot calling the kettle black. I think there might have been one point when I was a kid where my mom called me a son of a bitch, but I don't quite remember if it happened or not. But like yeah, there are so many like insults being thrown that it's hard to like keep track of them. But it's fine. Like I don't live with her and I do comedy now, so like yeah, one interesting event that I had was like back in August, like I did a show in Everett, and I was glad I got like $30 or something, and like I had like multiple contingency plans of getting back home, like busing and things like that, and like I ended up screwing up and like ended up like walking back south from there. I was thinking like, sure, like I could call a Lyft, but to get from Everett to where I live south of the airport, it would be like $80 to $100. I was thinking like if I walk 2 or 3 hours, and then at that point the buses will be running again, and then I can just take the bus at that point. So like I'm walking south along Everett Highway, and then like it's interesting. Like it was pretty surprising to me. Like this car like pulls up to me. Like these guys like they roll their windows down. It was like 5 white guys. They said, "Hey, boy!" And like one of them in the back like threw a watermelon at me and like hit my shoulder and like bounced off. Well, not my shoulder, my elbow here, and bounced off and went onto the pavement. And like, sure, it's like a pretty awful thing to like have that happen. They like sped off as I was getting my phone out, so I didn't get a picture or whatever. But like, it was interesting thinking about it. Like, I wonder like how prepared they were, because like I didn't see any other black people out that night, so like they had that watermelon with them, and I kind of wonder if they were prepared for other ethnicities also. Like maybe they had like beans if there was a Hispanic person, and maybe they had like. I just find it interesting too, because like I feel like they really missed their chance. Like that would have been a perfect opportunity for them to have said the N-word. Like they're clearly trying to assault me. They was probably aiming for my head too, but like. I don't know, maybe that's why there aren't more white people in the NBA. Like, maybe that's why yeah, see, it throws that thing at me. They say, "Hey, boy," when, like, completely missed opportunity. And I was thinking, like, yeah, it's so weird that, like, racist people, they, like, pretty much never say the N-word. Like, I don't know if any of you, like, follow the head of the Ku Klux Klan on Twitter, but, like, he never says the N-word. Like, I keep waiting for him to say the N-word on there, but, like, David Duke and those other people, they just, like, never say the N-word. It's so weird. Like, we live in a world where, like, all the top racist people are afraid of saying it, and, like, it'd be really helpful if more racist people said the N-word. Like, if, like if when legislators are, like, doing legislation that really hurts black people, if they all, like, grew out dreadlocks, held hands, and then sang the N-word while, like, swaying around while they pass the legislation and sign it. Because, like, I feel like otherwise it's a lot harder for that sort of thing to make headlines. Let's see where I'm at. Oh, whoa, I'm only at 5 minutes? I just did an entire page of, like, this little thing, like, okay, this is...
It's a small book.
Yeah, it is. It's like, well, I also have, like, I have really small hands, so I didn't realize that this book was as small as it actually is. It's okay, I can even show you, too, if you want to.
Oh my god, I have giant hands.
Yeah. So it seems like every like AFAB person in the front row has bigger hands than me. So like, that's what I expected. Yeah. Let's see what else we have. Oh yeah, so like one thing that's interesting is I performed in Canada in August and October, and like I thought the thing that was weird up there is like at their open mics, like I'd heard more black jokes than I typically hear. Like I've never really heard any black jokes really. Open mics here for the most part, but up there I heard more, and I feel like there's some sort of jealousy maybe. Like they think it's like somehow like easier being black, like with dating and stuff, but that's a really weird thing to think, because like I think being marginalized never makes that sort of thing easier. Like, for example, like there's more than one gay woman I'm friends with, and like one of them in particular, like I remember she's told me about how hard it is to find someone, and like I feel like in their minds they think if someone's marginalized, that people just interested in them just as like sympathy or something, but like I don't think any straight woman is ever gonna go to that friend of mine and be like, oh, I heard that dating was hard for you, like here, like I don't know. That would be a weird thing to like, something like, it's hard for you here, and then like what follows after that, I don't really know what motion or words to say, like maybe like here have my number or something, like that's not something that happens. Or two, like there have been like 4 occasions in my life where there was a white guy who told me, oh, white girls must be easy for you because you're black. And I thought that was really weird that it was 4 different people who didn't even know each other. And like I was just thinking about it, I was thinking like most of the vegans and animal rights people I've met were white women, and a lot of black men call each other dog. So I guess it makes sense that they got it confused. Also, I forgot, since I was having a photographer here, I wanted to have a nice shirt on, and like I'm wearing this green jacket that I was going to take off specifically for the sake of looking better in photos. Like, I like the jacket, my friend gave it to me, but
That's go good with the red background.
Oh yeah, that is true. Like, yeah.
Almost camouflage though. Be careful.
Totally. Yeah, I'll try not to disappear over here. Let's see what else we have. Let's see. Let's see. I think I'll like battle rap against myself. It's a thing I tend to do. Yeah. This will be 2 characters that I don't think any of you have seen before. This will be a chandelier versus a whale. I am a magnificent chandelier, and I shall destroy all you hold dear. With my large fins, against you I shall defend. Chandelier, why are you covered in a shroud? Is your head in a cloud? I am shrouded because I am hiding my brightness from the world. But you shall be destroyed. You... Oh, I forgot the Latin word for this. You sea-dwelling creature, you shall no longer feature. But if you're a chandelier, why are you on the ground? Really, you do confound. I am on the ground to be nearer to you, so that I may destroy you. I may be a chandelier much smaller than thee, but I shall swallow you whole, that you may never grow old. Why would you swallow me? That sounds like a good thing. Well, you know, you shall fail. You are not a great foe. Maybe we we should get coffee sometime. Will, this is a battle rap. You should hate me. Why are you hitting on me? Oh, well, we do this sometimes, and we should just, I don't know, chill out sometime. Well, you should take this seriously. Don't you have repertoire? I'm only here because I thought you were worthy of my boudoir. That kind of doesn't make sense when you really think about it. Come on, let's just go for drinks, don't you think? I shall leave this battle rap, Will. I've had enough of you, but yes, we should get some drinks. And we should maybe get some popcorn and some $1 LaCroix also at the intermission. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.